we have some really interesting EZAs coming up. With the Vegeta and Trunks, it's like the first thing that kind of pointed out to me, which is why I asked Fire to make it the thumbnail, right? But they could cook for sure. I think there is a really high possibility that whenever we get the next Future Saga celebration, that they're just going to be the ones to EZA. And we're going to go ahead and look at some of the options as per always. These are more so just speculation. But that being said, you should always try to keep up with the EZAs with the link levels. So I would say like the first 5 units that are here, just try to have them linked leveled, and then the next 5, and then the next 5. You know, just go in order, just so that way you're always prepared. That's what I always try to do, just so that way I have them all ready and stuff, right? But Vegeta and Trunks, having it where they have the guard in the first slot just permanently. On top of that, they also get guard for the first 5 turns if there's a bond and parent and child category ally attacking in the same turn. Extra key, extra defense. They get the infinite attack and defense raise on the 18 key. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets added to the 12 key too, by the way. There's a really high chance that this is just added too, right? But this character is very, very good. The active skill is still one of the better ones in the game in terms of effects, right? Getting the guaranteed critical hits, having it where you're getting the attack as well, raising your allies defense by 20% for 1 turn. Only needing the Future Saga category ally. Well, it's all Future Saga category allies attacking in the same turn from the 3rd turn, or if your HP is 50% or less starting from the 5th turn, which is again really, really nice. I anytime that it got too close for comfort, Vegeta and Trunks were always able to use their active skill, which is always really, really nice. But if we go ahead and start going in order, now we have Physical Golden Frieza as well. Oops, I put it out of order. But I think this is just another character who's probably going to be just skipped over unless we have a sort of wicked bloodline. Well, it just depends on what category gets buffed, right? I think the highest contenders are probably going to be Wicked Bloodline, Universe Travel Saga, Tournament Participants. This guy is definitely in line for that, but it more so is just like what celebration they kind of want to stick him in. He does have the defense raise on his super attack effect, which is going to be really nice. Having the this is 30% chance to dodge as well. After receiving an attack, getting extra stats here too. Lowering the attack and defense for attacked enemies by 30% for 2 turns, which is going to get buffed after the EZA2, of course. Then once you do transform, if you have 49% or less HP, you also get 50% damage reduction. Wouldn't be surprised if this gets bumped to like 77% or less to make it a Universe 7 EZA. You know, we'll have to see though, of course. I do think that this character is really, really nice though, and that they do have a lot of potential. We'll just have to wait and see to kind of know for sure if they're going to be good or not. Next, we have the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, who I'm going to be honest, even with a GT celebration, I don't think that they'll get an EZA right off the get-go, just because we just got the Year 7's EZAs. So they probably want to hold off on this guy just for a little bit, so that way they're not clashing with each other. Sure, you can argue that it's Super Saiyan 4s that turn into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, but I still count it as a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta unit, since that is what the main selling point of the unit is. And again, I feel like they probably want to hold on to that. That being said, this is probably all just going to be buffed to great chances, which is going to be really, really nice too. The attack effective against all types is always just going to be a nice aging ability. And then maybe they'll probably add something along the lines of like, if you have this condition, you'll get a guaranteed counter. But we'll see. We'll see, of course, too. The active skill, getting the 40% attack and defense, and then making all enemies lose 40% attack and defense, is also going to be really nice in something like Battle Heart and Formidable Foes once we do get the condition of getting hit 4 or more times in battle. We just have to hope that they add some sort of slot 1 potential for this character. I would like to see something like either guard or damage reduction or something like that. Maybe like guard and 44% damage reduction before attacking, and then just guard afterwards could be pretty nice. We'll have to see though. Then we have the next unit, who is going to be the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I don't really have high hopes for this guy. I'm just going to be honest. They've ruined my entire perspective of Super Saiyan 2 Gohans after the physical one, and then the Int Super Saiyan 2 EZA. Not to say that this EZA was necessarily bad. I just think it could have easily been better. If we go ahead and look at how it was pre-EZA, they got the 18% attack and defense, or sorry, 18% attack per key sphere obtained. Then post, this isn't post EZA, this is post Super EZA or SEZA. Either way, they had the opportunity of just giving this guy extra defense per key sphere obtained, and even still, they decided not to. They just gave him 50% attack for each key sphere obtained. I feel like he should have just gotten extra defense as well. Sure, he has defense literally everywhere. You got defense here, you got defense here, you got defense over here, you got technically a defensive ability right here. You have it where there's also defense down here with another defensive ability. Like, he has a lot of defensive utility with him. It's just that they could have done a little bit more with him, right? But the main reason why I talk about this and why I bring this unit up is because of the fact that once this guy actually did get his EZA, he was actually really similar to this guy in terms of how he was, right? Getting the extra stats per key sphere obtained, getting the extra attack with the 18 key or more. The only thing that was different with this unit is that he needs to be ran with a Movie Heroes Goku. Starting from the 5th turn of battle, he would get an additional stats as well as the critical hit. But I don't think that this part won't matter that much, I'll be honest. I'm just more so worried about this. Biggest thing, just add... actually, no, I was going to say add orb changing, but Movie Heroes doesn't really need orb changing right now. You have the Tech Gods. You have it where you got the... Physical Gogeta. He's still a decent unit on that team. So there's enough Movie Heroes that you'll probably be fine without another Rainbow Orb Changer. But if they did add Rainbow Orb Changer to this guy, that would be pretty cool, considering that he needs a lot of orbs. Next, we have the Ace. Dude, I'm having a stroke trying to talk. SCR Tapion and Minosha. Easily, the thing that I would just hope for with this character is that their damage reduction rate gets increased, and that they probably have a little bit before attacking too, maybe like 50% damage reduction rate before attacking, then having it where they can get what would be like something that's like not too broken, maybe just 23% damage reduction with each super attack performed, because you'll get 23 here, then you'll get 46 if you do get this one. And then hidden potential will give you 70. No, it'll be 79. No, would it be 69? Did I accidentally? I didn't do that intentionally. I guess I don't know. I don't know if they'll want to make it that number for obvious reasons. That and just having it where like this is just defense. Greatly lowering attack and defense for something like Battle Hardened Formidable Foes would be nice for sure. Another decent active skill is just that this sucks. We would have to have another Tapion drop with this guy. Maybe they'll drop a Dokkan Fest Tapion. I would definitely summon for something like that if they did him right for sure. Last but not least, we have AGL Kid Gohan. I skipped over the Tech Super 17 because their passive is such an open book that it's going to be hard to tell what they would get. This one, it really is kind of an unfortunate situation because he gets the active skill, which gives him the guard. So I already know that they're not going to double guard this guy. They're not going to pull another AGO Gogeta and give him double guard, right? So the best like case scenario would just maybe just getting like 58% damage reduction. Maybe having it where it's just like if there's another Heavenly Events category ally, 58% or 158% attack and defense within the same turn, and then 58% damage reduction. I'd be down with that. I'd be down with that for sure. This is so nice though. 3 key and 58% defense, man. It's so good. Give me 18% damage, or how was it damage reduction? Give me 18% attack, and I'd be over the wall. The defense raises here, probably going to be bumped up to greatly raised defense because that's just how they roll at this point. If we go ahead and look at a lot of other stacking units that have dropped around this time, specifically Tech, Kale, and Khalifa. Here, let me just pull them up. If we go ahead and look at who just got their EZA, they are completely fine with just doing greatly raising attack and defense now, and just greatly raising stats in general. So I don't see a reason why they won't do that. Did you get greatly raising attack beforehand? I think you did, right? That was before Easy A. What's like another unit who also stacks? Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my noggin. Oh, right here. Hit, of course. He's not an Easy A character, but he does still get the greatly raising attack and defense, right? So they're more comfortable with doing that now. Tech, Ultimate Gohan, I feel like he was kind of like the stepping stone and showing us that they're fine with just doing that, right? But yeah, not really much that we can like really work off of. We just have to go off of whatever the celebration is to be able to tell what the Easy A is going to be. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting for sure. Again, as for always, what I would always recommend doing is just taking a screenshot and then kind of like marking down the Easy A's so that way you're prepared ahead of time, because they're not going to do anything in 2023 for Dokkan. So you just have to any unit before 2023, that's who you got to start leveling now, you know. Dude, Tech Pickle is going to go pretty insane too, but that's going to be much later. I feel like they'll probably be saved for like a superhero celebration, if I'm being completely honest. What would be the LRs for the superhero celebration though? It wouldn't be another Beast Go. Orange Pickle. It'd be Orange Pickle. That's what it would be. That's gonna be fun for sure. Let me know what you guys think though. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.